This is the only Habs jersey I have without a name and number on it. Is it too soon to put Romanov on it, or? Habs win again 3-1 in Edmonton. Roll that intro. Welcome to the Drew Deek Show, folks. Post-game edition. The Montreal Canadiens are victorious again in back-to-back games against the Edmonton Oilers, 3-1. Let's talk about it. I thought Allen looked pretty sturdy in this one in his first game with the CH. Josh Anderson left this game early in the first period, which looked to be just a bit of a tweak. He goes into the locker room for protocol, and then he comes back in the second period. The shot didn't appear to be too threatening initially, but Alex Romanov puts a shot on net. It goes in, and he gets his first NHL goal. It's always such a blast to see players, especially on the team that you cheer for, get their first ever NHL goal, and Romanov only takes 3 games to do it. Get the black marker out, put it on that puck, and Alex Romanov has his first one. The Canadiens then go on to kill 2 penalties from Deneau and Armia, and then right after that, Ben Sherratt puts the puck over the glass for a delay of the game call. And you could actually see Marc Bergevin's reaction to that call. Wasn't happy about it after the Canadiens give up their 3rd penalty in a row. But one thing I did notice there is that Bergie is really dialed in this season to his team. They're showing more reaction from him. Anderson actually returned to the game in the first period, went for a hit on Zach Kassian, which he didn't like, and then Kassian retaliated not too long after that with a hit of his own, knocking Anderson down, but it appeared to be that Anderson was okay. The first 30 seconds into the second period, the Habs are on the puck, and Brett Kulak puts a shot on net. Brendan Gallagher has a wide open cage, and obviously he just didn't seem to see that he had that much net, and puts it into Koskinen's pads. Right after that, Alex Romanov goes off for a cross-checking penalty. The shift just before that, Jonathan Drouin was throwing some nice body around, which was nice to see. We'll get back to him later. The Habs then go on their first power play and can't get anything set up and produce 0 shots on net except for a missile that missed the net from Shea Weber. Fun fact for you, courtesy of TSN, Romanov's grandfather actually coached Andrei Markov at one point in time. A much better looking power play on this one as the Habs are able to generate some chances. Romanov puts another nice shot on net, and Suzuki gets a wide open chance in the slot all by himself, but puts it into Koskinen's glove. Darnell Nurse does have some nice coverage in front, which also helped. Brendan Gallagher then goes off for cross-checking his old friend, Darnell Nurse. Allen again looks solid on the penalty kill, but that power play doesn't last long for Edmonton as Jeff Petrie draws a hooking call on Connor McDavid. Then the drama ensues. Shea Weber then gets a shot on net, gets his own rebound, and appears to score, or does he? The call is immediately waved off, but why? Jeff Petrie does everything in his power to get out of Koskinen's way, and you'll see on the replay that's exactly what happened. Coach Claude Julien and the staff of the Canadiens challenge this play, and it goes to Toronto, it gets reversed, and it's a good goal. It was pretty interesting how quickly that goal was waved off, so it's a good thing that this challenge was such a convincing one from Julien and his staff, and Weber gets his 103rd power play goal. Habs are then up 2-0 into the second intermission. Into the third period, and Shea Weber gets called for cross-checking. I guess he's got to get called for at least one a season. Jake Evans then basically kills the entire penalty by himself. What an asset so far Jake Evans has been on that fourth line, and especially on the penalty kill. The Habs then appear to go up 3-0, but this goal is again waved off. But sure enough, the whistle did go before the puck went in this time. Suzuki then goes toe-to-toe with Cuckoo. Okay, they actually just collided with their feet, and then somehow Suzuki gets called for a penalty on the play. Have no fear because Finnish sniper Arturi Lehkonen is here. He goes in on a 2-on-1 on a shorthanded break, and he snipes it like he always does. If you know Arturi Lehkonen, you know he gets really unlucky, but he works his butt off, and it's always nice to see him get rewarded. Back-to-back shorthanded goals in back-to-back games for the Canadiens. Habs go up 3-0 and are cruising their way to a 3-0 victory when they go on a power play and Suzuki and Drouin have some kind of miscommunication in their own zone. Jonathan Drouin gets the puck, bobbles it at the Habs blue line, and Shore takes it in to score a shorthanded goal. It's 3-1 Canadiens. Everyone and their brother knows it's a bad play, but of course it's Jonathan Drouin, so it's going to be magnified. But deservedly so in this case. If you would have saw Shea Weber looking at Drouin at the end of this game, the look he gave him was not nice. Drouin didn't even look at Weber, so he knows exactly what he did, and we just got to hope that that does not happen again. It was disappointing, especially because the Canadiens had killed off 7 penalties, and then they end the game with a shorthanded goal against when Jake Allen clearly deserved the shutout in his first game with the Canadiens. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm sure Drouin's going to get an earful from Shea Weber, from the Canadiens, from Julien, from whoever he needs to hear it from, and that's that. A quick recap in this one, Alex Romanov gets his first ever NHL goal. Shea Weber scores a great goal from behind Koskinen, banks it off his head and in. Arturi Lehkonen gets the shorty to make it 3-0. And then again, I wish that Jake Allen would have got that shutout, but a great performance in his first game with the Montreal Canadiens. Thanks so much for tuning in to the post-game edition of the Drew Deek Show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys next game, Game 4, against the Vancouver Canucks.